Hello students, in this video we will learn applications of stack. The various applications of stack are expression conversion, expression evaluation, parsing well-formed parentheses, decimal to binary conversion, reversing a string used in function calls. First application of stack is expression conversion. First we have to know what is expression. Expression is a string of operands and operators. Like a plus b is an expression consists of two operands a and b and one operator plus. This is also an expression consists of three operands and two operators. Yes, there are three types of expression: infix expression, prefix expression and postfix expression. In infix expression, operator comes in between the operands. First we have operand 1, then operator, then operand 2. Operator is in between the operands. In prefix expression, operator comes before the operands. Pre means before. Operator comes before the operands. As you can see, this plus AB is a prefix expression. And in postfix expression, post means after. So operator comes after operands. Just like this, AB plus. Here AB are operands and plus is operator which comes after operands. So we see how we convert infix expression to postfix, infix to prefix, prefix to infix using stack in incoming videos. Here you have to remember that prefix expression is also called as Polish expression and postfix expression is called as reverse Polish expression. Second application of stack is in expression evaluation. Suppose we have an expression which is a infix expression. First we have to convert this infix expression to postfix expression. The postfix expression of given expression is 2, 3, 5 star plus. As we write expressions in program using infix expression, but the compiler convert it into postfix expression for their evaluation, because in postfix expression the operator which will be solved first comes first. Here you can see first we have to multiply 3 with 5. So first we have to perform multiplication then addition. So postfix expression gives the correct order of evaluation of operators. So compiler first converts our infix expression written in program into postfix expression, then it evaluate it by using stack. So if you have given an infix expression in an exam, first you have to convert it into postfix expression, then scan the postfix expression from left to right. When an operand encountered, push it into stack. Here first we push 2, then 3 and then 5. Next there is a multiplication operator. So what we have to do, we have to pop top two elements of stack and then we have to apply multiplication operator on it. Here we have to multiply 3 into 5 and we get 15. Again this result we have to push it into stack. Next operator is plus, then we have to apply 2 plus 5, the result is 17. The result of this expression using stack we get 17. Without stack we can also get 17. How? First we have to multiply these two operands 3 and 5, we get result 15 and then we have to add 15 plus 2 17. As we know that multiplication has higher precedence over plus. Next application of stack is parsing well-formed parentheses. We know that in expression there may be multiple open and closing bracket, but these open and close brackets should be in equal numbers. If I have written a plus b, open bracket a plus b, this is wrong, because if there is an open bracket then there should be a closing bracket also. Number of open brackets and closing brackets should be equal in an expression. So to find out the expression contains equal number of open and closing bracket, compiler use stack. Here you can see this expression contains 3 open brackets and 3 closing brackets. That means this is a well formed parenthesis expression. How compiler check this is a correct expression with equal number of open brackets and closing brackets? Whenever an open bracket encountered, push it into stack. Here first open bracket pushed, then second open bracket pushed into stack. Here this is a closing bracket. Whenever we get in closing bracket, one open bracket pop out from the stack. So this open bracket will be pop out from stack, and we have only single open bracket inside the stack. Again we get open bracket, push it into stack, then we get one closing bracket, pop out this open bracket, then this closing bracket will pop out this open bracket, and now the stack is empty. When we get stack empty, that means this is a well formed expression containing equal number of open and closing brackets. Suppose this bracket is missing in expression, then what will happen? By this closing bracket, this open bracket will be pop out from the stack, but this open bracket will remain in stack. As this will not come in expression, the stack will not be empty. If the stack is not empty and the expression is completely scanned, that means this is not a well formed expression. Some brackets are missing from this expression. Next application of stack is decimal to binary conversion. Suppose we have a number 5 in decimal number system and we want to convert it into binary numbers. That means in zeros and ones form, we know that the binary number of 5 is 101. So this binary number we can also get by using stack. How we perform this conversion? First we have to take the number decimal number 5, divide it by 2, we get the quotient 2. Again divide the 5 by modulus operator by 2, we will get the remainder 1. As we divide 5 by 2, 2 2s are 4 and remainder is 1. The quotient will be 2 and remainder will be 1. So by using slash operator we will get quotient, and by using percent operator we will get remainder. The remainder we get, we push into stack. Now the number is equals to the quotient part, that is 2. Again we divide number by 2 and get the quotient 1, and divide the number by modulus operator and get the remainder 0. We push this remainder 0 into stack. Now the number is 1 because the quotient part is 1. Again we divide 1 by 2 and get the quotient 0 and remainder 1. So push this remainder into stack. Now the quotient part is 0, so number will become 0 and we have to stop. Now pop the numbers from the stack. First we will get this one, then this 0 and this 1, which is equals to 101. So the binary conversion of 5 is 101. Next application of stack is reversing a string. Suppose we have a string hello. The reverse of this string is OLLEH. So with the help of stack we can also reverse the string. First we scan the given string from left to right. First we get the letter H, push it into stack. Then we get E, push it into stack. L, push L, push L, push O. Now as we know that stack follows LIFO mechanism, last in first out. So first we will get the letter O, then L, L, E, H. So we get the reverse of string hello with the help of stack. Next application of stack is it is used in function call. So suppose we have this program. In this program we have a sum function which returning integer number, and it has two integer parameters. In void main, we have two local variables a and b containing values 6 and 5, and third is c variable, and c is also a local variable which is used to store the value which is written by function sum. Here a and b are the actual parameters which are passed to the function sum. After getting value in C, we have to print the total value into screen. This total into screen by writing Cout total C. This is the function declaration and this is the definition of the function sum. Here the value of a and b will be copied into x and y, and this function perform addition of x and y, that means 6 and 5, and return and store this result into z, and after that is return this value into the calling function. Here main is the calling function which is calling the sum function, and sum is the called function which is called by main function. So this will return the value to the calling function, that means value of z will be copied to C, that means C contains 11, and finally we get the output total is 11. Here we have two functions, one is main function and second is sum function. So for every function compiler use a single stack which consists of return address of caller, input parameters and local variables. For sum function, caller is the main function and input parameters are x and y and local variable is z. For main function, a, b, c are the local variables, and this function main is called by the C++ runtime. So caller of main function is C++ runtime. So one stack is used for main function which consists of return address of C++ runtime, and the local variables are a, b, c which contains 6, 5 and 11 value. These two information will be stored in stack for main function. Now the stack of sum function contains return address of main function, that means the line after return of sum. When we execute this program, first void main function will be executed. As we get the sum function, as this function calls the sum function, the pointer of execution jumps to sum function, then this coding will be executed, and after completion of this function, the pointer of execution will return to the line after return of sum function. So the address or line number of the line which comes after sum will be stored in stack. Here the x and y are the input parameters whose values are passed by the main function. So x and y contain 6 and 5 respectively, and z is the local variable which will contain 11 after performing plus operation. So in this way, when we use functions in any program, stacks will be used to store return address of caller, input parameters and local variables of function. In next video we will learn infix to postfix conversion. Thank you.